Hi guys, I'm Reveena and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make veggie club sandwiches. These are absolutely amazing and I swear that all your friends who eat meat or even you who eats meat will absolutely love this. So over here I have 3 onions which I peeled, cut in half, and then cut into like just little, half rounds. And I have here 16 ounces, sorry I had to do some math in my head, of mushrooms which I've cut. I have half white button mushrooms and half cremini mushrooms. And I'm going to do another 8 ounces, but I wanted to show you how you're supposed to wash mushrooms. Mushrooms are like sponges. And if you wash them underwater, they go and they just absorb all the water. Meaning that when you put them into a pan, they'll let out that water and they'll cook in it and just become like an odd kind of rubbery texture, which isn't pleasant. So you take your mushroom, and I have here a wet paper towel. Just want to gently rub your mushroom as such. And then when you go to use your mushroom, just cut off the tip, and your mushroom is totally fine for use, so that you can just cut it into pieces and put it in your bowl ready to be cooked. So my mushrooms are all cut. That's 24 ounces of mushrooms all together. And I have a 450 gram pack of firm tofu, and they come in water. So you want to make sure to drain your tofu really well or it won't get crispy, which is delicious. And I have them cut, between half a centimeter and a centimeter in thickness. And then for the tofu, we're going to need some soy sauce and a little bit of sriracha. Sriracha, I always pronounce it wrong, sriracha. And then to finish up the sandwich, I have some beautiful whole wheat bread, Dijon mustard, mayo, and some mixed greens, and some beautiful tomatoes. This is a great time of year to make this sandwich because everything is fresh and everything is in season, so your sandwich is extra delicious. And of course, salt and pepper to taste. I have 2 pans on the stove preheating. In my bigger one, I'm going to put my tofu. So let's get a little bit of oil in there. It's already nice and hot. And I'm going to lay my pieces of tofu. I've got my tofu all set up in this pan. And now in this one, I'm going to put a few tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm going to add my onions. And once my onions have softened slightly, I'm going to add my mushrooms. And I'm adding my mushrooms to my softened onions. And I'll give that a good stir, and once they start to soften slightly, then I'll add salt and pepper. But if you add it in now, the salt will draw out all the moisture of the mushrooms and you'll kind of end up with more liquid than necessary in the pan. My tofu is beautifully crisp, so now I'm just going to flip it. And my mushrooms and onion mix have let out a ridiculous amount of water. Maybe those mushrooms had a lot of rain on them, so I'm going to take the lid and just put them over the sink and drain out the excess water and add a little bit more oil and it'll be fine. And now I'm going to add my salt and pepper. So the tofu only needs about 2 minutes on the second side, and now I'm going to add a generous amount of soy sauce, probably about 2 tablespoons. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of sriracha, and this will just sriracha, gosh. And this will just give it a little bit of a kick. So I'm just going to take this off the heat and let that cool a little bit while we finish up our mushrooms and onions, which are looking beautifully softened. Ooh, can you see with all that fog? So I'll just taste them for salt and pepper, and then they're done. Like magic, we're back! I have my bread, which is beautifully toasted, and I'm going to start making my sandwich. So, 2 pieces of bread. On one side, I'm putting some mayo. If you don't like mayo, you can leave it out, or you can do like veganese. And if you wanted cheese on your sandwich, what you can do is put the cheese on the bread and put it under the broiler instead of toasting it. And some good Dijon mustard on the other side. And now it's just an assembly job, so you can put this together any way you want. I'm going to do a big spoonful of my beautiful, beautiful mushrooms and onions. Now I'm going to do 2 pieces of tofu. And on top of that, I have some beautiful market greens. and some tomato, and I am salivating. I cannot wait to eat this sandwich. My mom is the one filming me today, and she's like, when do I get to eat? Looks so good. So, squish it down. This sandwich is actually amazing for picnics. It transports really well. You have to cut your sandwich on the diagonal because that means that you love the person that you're making it for. Even if it's just for yourself, because sandwiches taste better cut on the diagonal. It's like a fact. Are you ready? Da, 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 da. Do you see that? I mean, what a beautiful sandwich. You have the tofu, the mushroom, the tomato, the lettuce, and I just have hunger. So let's dive right in. There is nothing missing from that sandwich. It's crispy and creamy and fresh and wonderful, and I hope you give this a shot because you're gonna love it. I will see you next Thursday. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Bye.